All right, boys. So let's get started with the lecture. Let's just not waste more time and get into it. So in this lecture, you're gonna learn how to get your first client. Like I'm gonna tell you what you should learn. I'm gonna tell you what a social media agency actually is, like what type of services should you offer the clients, and I'm gonna give you some general advice and on how I got my first client. So if I managed to do it, you guys can do it too, because yeah, it's simple. Hola, hola agro. So I actually divided, because there's a lot of content I wanna talk to you guys about. I actually divided the lecture in 4 sections, big sections. So after each section, I'm gonna give you guys like a minute for you to take the notes and ask questions about it so that we stay focused, and then we'll move on to the next section. Does that work? Or should I just ram through everything? Just because it's a lot of content that I decided, it's better if we divide it in 4 and you guys can ask specific questions about each section. So yeah, the first section is gonna be like what an agency actually is. Like what type of services should you offer, and why social media marketing agency is a good model for people just starting in business. Then the second section, is gonna be about what to learn. Like I'm gonna give you, like I'm that guy, I watch the videos and I'm gonna give you specific videos to watch for you to learn how the business model works, how to actually do ads, how to get in that mentality of selling. I'm gonna give you guys everything. Then in the next section, I'm gonna actually talk about, the topic of this lecture, which is get your first client. Like I'm gonna tell you the 3 ways you can go now in the beginning to get your first client, and then 4, I'm gonna talk about pricing and how much you should charge, and yeah, and just some general advice. I wish I knew when I started. That's what what every YouTuber says. So I'm gonna say it too. So let's just get started with the first section. What is a social media marketing agency? So as the name tells you, your job is to basically grab people's attention from social media and funnel them into your client's product or service. Depends on what they are selling. And a social media marketing agency, and I'll just say agency for now on, because saying SMMA or social media marketing agency, man, it's long. So an agency can offer a ton of services when it comes to social media. Like you can offer ads, you can create content, you can like offer to better their page for them. There's just so much. But now in the beginning you should learn ads. And why ads? Because first, it's the most simple. Second, it's the most profitable. And third, it doesn't cost a lot of time. So you guys can focus on providing the service for your clients, but also focus on getting more clients, which is what you want, for more money. So yeah, you can do like 40% work and 60% of your time actually looking for new clients, using the methods that I'm going to be teaching you in the third section. So yeah, that's what basically an agency does. And as I told you, I recommend you getting started with only offering to do ads for clients. When I got my first client, I also offered to manage their IG page for them, and it was the biggest mistake ever. Like it costs so much time, and they just don't value it as much as ads. Because like you're gonna get an extra 150 followers for them, fine, and they don't even notice it. So you're gonna be working on it every day, because you have to optimize it, and you have to grow it, and you have to post, and you have to like hashtags and da, and they just don't value it as much. So you're just losing time, which is valuable when you have a business, especially a side business, because you don't have that much time. Like maybe you work and you want to have a side business, or you are at school, so you don't have full time for this. So yeah, just do ads and do 40% you focus on your work and 60% looking for new clients. All right, so the first section was quick, just an easy introduction. Does anyone have any questions about an agency, what an agency does? It's simple. SMMA stands for Social Media Marketing Agency. So you funnel people from social media to your clients' business or product, service or product. I mean, you basically create ads on social media, and you'll be focusing more on Facebook ads and IG ads because they're the most profitable and the most known. But there's also Snapchat ads, Twitter ads, you know. Yeah, so you manage like an agency is just a broad term. You know, there's an agency, like there's agencies, different types of agencies. So what I run and what I do is like you manage their social media ads. So you basically, I'm gonna explain this to you later, but you get added as an editor in their business manager, and you create the ads and you optimize it. But you know, there's agencies that just do, for example, websites. There's agencies that manage their social media. That's what I'm telling you. I just recommend you guys starting out with ads because it's the easiest to learn and it's the most profitable. And you don't waste that much time. All right, so I think there's no more questions. What's your opinion on Iman? I'm gonna talk about Iman in this lecture, so you guys should look forward to that. All right, now in the second, what about TikTok ads? Yeah, that's a big, that's growing a lot in right now, and it's kind of in because not many people do it, and there's a huge market for it. So like if you want to innovate, maybe you could focus on TikTok ads. You can start at any age, pretty much. Like I would recommend at least like 16, like minimum 15. And it's not because you can't do it, you can, but like businesses are just not gonna take you serious because you're so young. Like even if you're competent, like if you're so young, they're just gonna ignore you. What about Upwork? Now I'm gonna later down in the third section, I'm gonna explain to you guys the best way for you to get your first client. But first, I'm gonna go through what you should learn and what you should focus on. All right, I'm just gonna move on, or I'll be answering questions till tomorrow. So the second section is what you should learn to actually start doing this. So you guys need to pay attention for this because, like, even if you get a lot of clients, if you don't know what you're doing, it doesn't bring much because they're just gonna leave you. Your reputation is gonna sink, and you're just gonna lose everything, and your business is gonna die. So you guys need, now this is the most important point. Like it's with everything. Like you can have a business if your product is good and people need it. Your marketing can suck, and your business can be shit. But if the product is good, you're always gonna sell. And this is the same thing. Like if you provide a good service, you're always gonna have clients. So this is the most important thing. So I'm gonna start. Like I told you, I have 4 videos for you guys that you should watch, and I'm gonna explain a little bit about the video. Then I'm gonna post the link in the chat so you guys can copy it and watch it later. So the first video, which should be the easiest for you to watch, it's Biahez's video. I think many of you know about him. He's a very famous YouTuber about our age. I think he's 19. He runs like a huge YouTube channel and a business. And this video is just like, it's a fun video of him selling a product on TikTok. And what I want you to do with this is I want you to get in the mentality of looking for a product and imagining to you, how would I sell it? How would I advertise it on Facebook? Like, watch the video and he's gonna do some ads and some videos and think to yourself, how would you do better? Or what would you do different that he didn't do? Like, how would you stand out? And get in that habit of thinking about it, and constantly thinking about, how would I sell this and how would I sell that? You need to get in that mentality for you to be good. So after you watch the video, I want you to, like, in your house, look at random items. not like your fucking pet, your cat or your dog, but like a random item, and ask yourself like, how would I sell this online? Like using Facebook ads and using IG ads, how would I sell X product? Like, would you do a video ad? Would you do a picture? Would you do a carousel, which is basically, a lot of images together? In the text, would you use emojis because it's a more fun item for younger people? Or would you just write plain text because it's a more serious, mature item? Start thinking about this stuff. This is important because it's going to be your main job if you grow your business. So you need to constantly be thinking about it. So I'm going to paste the video now in the chat, the link, and I want you guys to save it, but don't watch it now. Like, finish listening to the lecture and then watch the videos as I told you. Like, don't just go and watch the video now and leave the lecture. So here's the first video. Save the link, and I want you to watch it and do what I told you. Like, get in the habit of thinking. Like, watch him, how he did it, how he thought about it, and then try to do different or better. So that's the first video. Let me just drink a little bit of water. All right, now to the second video. It's gonna be an ads course by Iman Ghazi. So you guys talked about Iman. He's very known for his agency. So he actually has a course on how to do ads. And it's a 20-minute video. I need for you to watch it, rewatch it, re-rewatch it, and take notes. This is important because this is like your service. So it needs to be good. Like, watch it, rewatch it, because it's the foundation of your business. And focus on learning how to set up campaigns, how to set up ad sets, and how to set up ads in the right way. Like, watch how he does it. He's a professional, so you can learn from him. You don't have to pay anything, and you get good at it. So I'll post the link for the second video. And it's a course. Remind yourself, it's not for fun. It's a course. So it may be boring, but you need to be focused. You need to drink water. You need to take notes. This is important. You're actually learning how to provide your service on YouTube. So this is the second video. I'm going to post a link. I need you guys to watch it, as I said. And while you're watching it, after you finish, you're going to know how to create ads. So you know how to create ads. Now mix this together with Biaheza's video and ask yourself, if you did business Facebook ads, how would you sell this product? What type of campaign would you use? What type of demographic? What's my target audience? Like, you need to start thinking about this stuff. So mix the two videos together, and as I told you, a quick challenge for you is just in your house, just look at items and try to imagine how you would sell that item on Facebook. So that's what I did at the start, for like to get my brain warm for the business. So that's the second video. Let me drink a little bit of water again, because man, this is tiring. All right, the third video I have for you guys, it's a business manager mini course. Now the business manager, it's basically your workplace. Like, imagine if you work in an office, your desk, that's your business manager. Like, everything connects to it. Your team is going to be connected to it. Your clients are connected to it. So it's basically your main tool. It's basically like, imagine you're a programmer. It's basically VS Code for programmers, like where you write your code. Or if you're a designer, it's like a design tablet. Like, it's where you work. It's where you're gonna be 100% of the time when you're working with clients. So it's also important for you to learn how it works, how to navigate it, and etc. So you can actually register for an account for Business Manager. If you go to business.facebook.com, you can just register for an account. And after you watch the video, I want you to get comfortable with it. Like, sign up for an account and then just play around with it, look at the options, try to do some things that he showed in the video, or she showed in the video, because it's a woman. Account for what? I was talking about the business manager. Like, register for a business manager account on Facebook, business.facebook.com. You can register for an account, and after you watch the video, as I told you, get comfortable with it. Is the account free? Yeah, it's free. So as I was saying, get comfortable with it, navigate it a bit, play around with it. Like, you're not gonna lose everything because it's free, and you need to get comfortable with it. So the third video is this one. I'm gonna paste the link for you guys. So it's also a short video. It's like 15 minutes, and I chose these short videos for you guys because I know most of you have attention spans. Like, you can watch an 1 hour long video without falling asleep. So it's short. It's supposed for you to learn quick and be able to get your first results and start getting motivated for it. And now the fourth video I have for you, which is the last one for you to watch, it's actually how you connect your client's business manager to yours. So this is important, and I'm gonna tell you a story to you guys about there was one guy that had an agency, and because he didn't set up his business manager correctly with his clients, one of his clients' business manager got banned because he did some shit on Instagram with bots, and because it was not properly connected, his business manager also got banned, and all these clients' business manager also. So you can imagine you're an agency, you have 10 clients, and all of them get banned. You can imagine how much of a problem that is. So this is important. You need to learn how to set up the business manager properly, especially when you go to the client's PC or you connect through TeamViewer or some shit like that. Like, you don't want to look like an idiot and look like you don't know what you're doing. Like, you can even connect the business manager to yours. So you need to watch the video, take some notes, and then use that knowledge when you get to the client. Because you don't want to look like an incompetent fool. Like, you need to get there, connect the business manager, say we're set up, and then leave. So here's the video. And I purposely give you guys the mini course for the business manager first, because if you just watch this video now, the business manager tutorial, it's really confusing if you don't know what the business manager is. So first watch the course and then watch this video on how to connect. So this is the video. I'm gonna give it to you guys in the chat. So yeah, those are the 4 videos I have for you. Now the smart people, the intelligent ones, are gonna pick up the videos, watch them, and then subscribe to Iman and subscribe to Biaheza and watch more of their videos and really get in that mentality, as I told you, of selling. Like, how would you sell this? What type of ads would I use? Like, this is important to get in that mentality. So yeah, the smart people are gonna do that, and the dumb ones are just gonna watch the videos and think, they're ready. And yeah, just a quick tip. Like, this is the basic of the basic. But like, if you're really interested in growing the business, you need to be a specialist. So don't forget about this. All right, so this is the second section done. What you should learn. Now I'm gonna give you guys like a quick minute for you to write your notes, maybe ask some questions if you guys have questions. And then I'll move on to how to actually get your first client. Can I ask a question on stage so I can get multiple opinions? Nah, I'll not invite anyone to the stage for this lecture. What are your thoughts on closing a client but then paying someone else on Upwork or something to do the work for you? So that's actually a good question. And that business model is called drop servicing or drop service. And this is what I'm gonna tell you. Like, you should do drop service if, how can I explain this to you? So you should be a specialist on how to do ads, like how to target your audience and what type of images, what type of videos to use. You should know that. But it's fair enough if you don't know copywriting, which is basically writing, like typing to sell. So like not everyone is going to be good at it. So it's fair if you, for example, you charge your client $500 if you spend $100 on Upwork to get copywriting done. So you keep the $400 and half of the work is already done. So that's what I recommend to you guys. Outsource the things you don't know, but everything that has to do with ads, you should know how to do. Because remember, if you guys are gonna hire someone to work on your ads for you, they're gonna be connected to your business manager, and then they're gonna be connected to your clients, and then they're gonna ask you who that is, and you have to explain it to them. Silva, can you start an SMMA at the age of 13? Look, man, you can start an SMMA whenever you want, but it's, as I told you, like, clients aren't just gonna be taking you seriously. Like, I'm sorry, it's just the truth. Like, you're gonna show up in the business and you look like you're 13, no one's gonna take you serious. Like, they're gonna treat you like a child. How I make my clients trust me if I have 0 followers? That's actually a good question, and I'm gonna answer it in the next section. If you have a beard and deep voice, you can start. Nah, man, I don't have a deep voice and I did it, so. You can make a reputation through somehow. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna explain in the next section. I'm gonna tell you how to get your first client, even if you don't have testimonials, if you don't have experience. How do I make money? I got no CCC. What the fuck is an CCC? How to price your services. I'm gonna talk about pricing your services in the 4th section. So the last section. It means credit card. Oh, you don't need a credit card to do this. Like, this is, I'm just like, I wanted to save it for later, but I'm just gonna tell you now. Like, you never ever pay for your clients' ads. Like, that always comes out of your client's Visa or credit card. Always. So you don't need a credit card to start. What niche is the best to find clients? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna explain in the next section. But locally is the best. Like, just finding a local business. How do you attract clients? You don't attract clients at the beginning. You need to chase a little bit. So I think that's all for the questions. When is it the next section? Yeah, I'm gonna start the next section now. Not section. I've been really professional at my age. I understand a lot. I can support kind of marketing. Yeah, so to answer your question, this is what I'm gonna answer in the next section. How to get your first client. How much do you make? You know, I make some money. And I'm not gonna say explicit how much, but you know. And just for your information, I'm gonna post all my notes at the end. So if you guys didn't follow up with something, you can always read it later. All right, I'm gonna move on to how to get your first client, the 3rd section. And this is actually the biggest one, so I need you guys to be prepared. Let me just drink some water. Stay hydrated. All right. So the 3rd section is how to get your first client. And there's 3 main ways you can go about this in the beginning. Like, remember, you guys are beginners, so let's keep it simple. Like, there's 1,000 ways to do this, but for you guys, there's 3, okay? And the first one, which is the best one, but it's not gonna be for everyone, is if you have a family member or a friend that owns a business. And I'm gonna tell you why this is the best. So you're probably not getting paid, but you're gonna get a great first experience, and you're not gonna have any pressure because you're working for family or you're working for friends. So you can relax, make mistakes, and be confident that when you actually get to a real client, you know what you're doing. So this is like, if you have someone in your family that has a business, or you have a friend that has a business, this is the best thing you can do. Like, even if you don't get paid, do this, because you, as I said, you can work without pressure. You have no fear of fucking up, because who cares? It's your family. And at the end, can give you a free testimonial. Like, a testimonial is basically a business saying, I worked with this company, with this agency, and I had a great experience. They work really well. So you can actually use that to get more clients. So they can give you that for free, because it's your family. They're always going to support you, usually. So yeah, this is like, if you have someone in your family or friends that have a business, do this. Now, the second option is you can do cold emailing. And, this is good because you can just sit in your ass at home and write a couple of emails, and, you're going to get a client sooner or later. Like, and you can get a ton of emails done in a day. Like, if you dedicate like 3 hours to it, you can send a ton of emails. And another good thing is you can reuse a template for a lot of your emails. So if you have an email template, you can just reuse that and send it to every business. Now, because I am so nice, I actually prepared a template for you guys to use in your emails when you get started. So I'm gonna paste the template for you guys now. And this is, keep in mind, this is one of the templates I used for getting one of my clients. So I know you guys, when you're getting started, you're kind of lost, you don't know what to do. So this is why I decided to prepare a template for you guys. So you just have to copy it and use it. So let me just send it here. And before I send it, I have the text, but I'm gonna send it as a screenshot. And I'm gonna send it as a screenshot because I don't want you guys to copy the text. I want you guys, at least for the first time, to write the same text. And as you're writing, you're thinking about, how would I write this differently? What would I write instead of this? How can I do this better? So it's a screenshot. You can't copy the text. So write it for yourself. And, I want you guys, as I said, it's important for you to get in that mentality of selling. So I want you guys to start thinking about it. How would I do this better? And etc. So this is the template for you guys. You can save. And I'm going to explain a little bit for you guys what to do. So let me just open my template here. And drink some water. Now let's go step by step in this template so that you guys understand how to use it. And as I said, the smart people are gonna pick up this template and modify it a little bit and make it better, because that's what real professionals do. How to save the template? You can just save the image. Just right click, save image. All right, let's go step by step. Do you guys have the template? Yes. All right. So let's go step by step. The first line, it's easy. It's just hi. And I recommend you always research a bit and find out the CEO's first name and use the first name. So let's just say, for example, the CEO's name is Adonis. So he will write, hi Adonis, comma. And then the next part is genuine compliment about their business. So this is important. And this is why I wouldn't recommend you guys just copy and pasting the template every time and sending to everyone. Like, you could just write a genuine compliment that would apply to every business, but this is not the right way to do things. So I wrote genuine compliment about their business. So if you're working for a business, you should like the service they're providing or the product. So find something rare about that business, and find, how can I explain this to you guys? Find something rare that this business does that other business don't do, and write that. So I'll give you guys an example. Let's just say you guys wanna work for a fitness business, and they sell online, and they have these fucking nice t-shirts for the gym. They're selling that online, and the designs are super unique. Like, you've never seen that in your life, and you love it. So you mention that in your email, and they're gonna know that you actually wrote that, and you're not a robot, because it's a personal email for them. Like, no other business is doing that. So this is important, like a genuine compliment about the business, and something you genuinely like about the business. So let's just say another example. Let's just say you wanted to work for Amazon, and you love how you click purchase one day and the next day the package is there for you guys. So you would write that, because not many businesses do that. So you would compliment them on that. Do you guys understand this? Or should I give another example? Like, as I said, pick something genuine about a business, and then focus on that. Give another example. All right, let me think of one in the... All right, let's just say you find a business, and you can see that they post almost every day on their IG account. So that's something not many businesses do. Like, not many businesses pay attention to how often they post on IG, and to post daily, And if you find a business that does that every day, you compliment on that. Like, hey, I checked your IG page, and I see you guys value your online presence a lot, and this is very rare for businesses. Just give a genuine compliment about that. All right. All right, let me examine this one this guy sent. The accessories you're selling on your website are simply different from all the competition. Keep going. No, don't say it this explicit. Like, give a genuine example. Like, this is also very general. Like, as I said, imagine you love the designs of the t-shirts they sell. So compliment them on that. Yeah, it's just like, don't overcomplicate. Like, something you genuinely like about the business, and it's rare. So yeah, let's move on. So the next line is, my name's your name, and because you said hi, Adonis, the first name of the CEO, you should always present yourself as your first name. So you say, my name's X, I am, and then you present yourself. And one key thing about this is, never say like, oh, I'm just starting an agency and I'd love to work with you. Like, never mention you starting an agency now, because like, businesses don't want to work with like freshly built businesses, or be the first client. Like, they're gonna be, but they don't have to know that. So never mention that. It's just a weakness. So you like, if it's a weakness, you don't mention it. So don't say that. Just present yourself. I am for example, me, I am a 20-year-old entrepreneur. I work in IT, and I own an agency as a side business. And go off that. And don't be afraid to compliment them a lot, because CEOs, they have those huge egos, so they like compliments. Yeah, so this is a good example that Monk said. Like, you can also give value in the emails, but I would actually recommend to do this in the second email if they reply. But yeah, as I said, this is just a template. Like, you should pick it up, like, sniff the knowledge, and then create your own. All right, let's move on to the next line, or we'll be here forever. When I was like, this is, for example, a business I wrote that already had ads running. So I wrote, when I was on a Facebook page, I noticed that you're currently running Facebook ads. How are they performing? Based on your size, I'm sure you're smashing it. Like, you can say, I'm sure you're doing good, but I think we could do better. And that's exactly what I say here. But if they're not running ads, you can say, is there a specific reason why you're not running ads? Based on your business model and your product, is revenue you're missing out. So, present them like, they're gonna read it and gonna be like, yeah, this guy's right. Like, I'm missing money by not doing Facebook ads. All right, let me keep reading. Like, they're getting interested. You need to present it to them. Like, show them why it's beneficial. So the next sentence I said, in a quick glance, I truly feel like I can help you increase the rentability of those ads, not only for the whole shop part, but also for the hotel. So you can see it was for a hotel. I still running 2 active ads now. Not expanding it more is leaving money on the table. I have some ideas on how we could do that. Like, I'm telling them, like, you're missing out on money by not expanding this. And I already have a plan how to do it. You just need to hire me and it's done. You're gonna get more money. This is the type of message you need to send it to them. Like, you have a problem, I have the solution. Just hire me and you'll be good. So in the next line, I just wrote, I'd love to share them with you. Are you available over the next few days for an informal chat? And, informal chat is good because it's just not really formal, and, they're not promising anything. It's just, you're just going to have a chat with them. And yeah, just say kind regards and then your name. And yeah, this is basically the template I prepared for you guys. And you can use this. Like, I would modify it a bit and, of course, personalize it for every single businesses you send. But, I think it's a nice template. I guess we have to learn copywriting for ads. Now, that's what I said. Like, that type of work you can outsource. So yeah. Now, cold emailing is good. Let's move on to also get the first client. So this is the email template I prepared for you. But cold emailing is not the best way to get started. Like, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you don't have credibility over email. Like, they're just gonna read your text. You don't have any testimonials. You don't even have a domain name. So for example, let's say your agency is called X Agency. You don't even have an email like info@xagency.com. You're just gonna use your personal email. You have no domain, you have no website, so you don't have any credibility when it comes to emailing. Like, they're gonna read your email and they're just gonna ignore it. So the best thing you can do to get your first client, and you guys need to be prepared for this, is to actually approach the business locally. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is why I say the best first clients are local businesses near you. And this is why it's the best way to get your first client. Because first, if you actually go there, you don't have to hope for them to read your email. Like, you're talking to them, so they got the message. Like, this is a huge thing because you're sure you're getting the message across. Like, you don't have to hope that they open your email, they don't delete it. You're actually sure they listen to it. And then the second and the biggest point is testimonials become less important if you do this. Because you're there physically, subconsciously, they're going to judge you based on how you talk and how you behave yourself. So if you go there and you talk confidently, like in a good tone, you don't sound shy, but you're not yelling either, and you actually talk to them, you're going to be judged on your appearance way more than your testimonials. So they're just going to completely ignore the testimonials if they like you as a person. So because you're on self-improvement, you're a very likable person, you're fit, you look trustworthy. So, you have a higher chance of them trusting you because you're actually using your progress from self-improvement on your as a benefit to getting your first client. So, this takes balls. Like, you need to have courage for this. So, It's not easy to actually go physically to a business and talk to the CEO, but it's something you work on. And I'm just gonna be honest, you're gonna fuck up and you're gonna embarrass yourself, but it's just a part of life. Like, if you're not mentally prepared for failure, like if you collapse in your own mental weakness when you fail, like you can't forgive yourself and you think about it every single day, every single minute, like you need to work on that first and then focus on the business. Because like you'll fuck up when you start a business. Like, just be prepared to be embarrassed, to fuck up, and to make mistakes, because it's just a part of business. So yeah, work on that first if you're not capable of on quote unquote forgiving yourself and moving on, because like you're gonna need it. So yeah, this is what I recommend for you to get your first client. Like, go there locally. But you may be asking yourself, okay, but how do I do this? Like, do I just show up and say hi and I'm gonna get my first client? This is why I'm here. I actually prepared a step-by-step plan, what you do before you go there. So you're actually prepared, and you're gonna be prepared what to say, and how to actually sell them your service. And remember, you're gonna be judged on your appearance and how you behave. So it's important that you dress professionally. Like, don't go there with some fucking a Barcelona t-shirt and Air Forces. Like, you need to look professional, even if you're young. Like, even if you're 15 or 16, you can still look professional. Like, wear a polo shirt, wear some casual business pants, wear some nice shoes, like white shoes. You can look professional without a suit. Like, you don't need a suit, but just look like a man. Like, a business doesn't want to hire a child, so you need to look professional, and it's important. Like, people are gonna tell you all the time, like, looks don't matter, but they do, especially in business. So this is how you do this. So before you go to the business, the first step is, like, you're sitting on a computer, you're playing League of Legends, and you say, man, I really want to grow a business. So you quit League of Legends and you start scouting businesses near you. You start checking their websites. You start checking what they sell. You start checking their IG page. And sooner or later, you're going to find a business that has a problem. Now, I'll just come up with the problem right now to give you guys an example. Let's say you find a business near you. They have a lot of views on their videos, but they don't have a lot of followers. And they don't have a lot of followers because their page fucking sucks. Like, their page doesn't look clean. Their profile picture is all blurry. They don't have highlights. They don't have a theme color. They don't post every day. So this is just a random example. So you found a business. You found the problem. What is the solution? The solution is reformat the page and make it look clean. So now you have the business, the target, you have the problem you want to solve, and you have the solution. And when you have this, but you need to think about this with the ads. So you need to look at your local businesses and figure out, how can I use ads to better this business? This is just a random example. But now you have the 3 steps, and then you can actually go there and present them the problem that they probably didn't even know they had. Like, you're going to tell the CEO this, and this, and you're going to be like, oh shit, you're right. Like, my page does look ass. So you're going to present them the problem, and then better yet, you're going to present them the solution. And the only bridge between the problem and the solution is you. Like, they just need to hire you to get the problem solved. And this is what businesses love. Like, they don't want to waste time and resources, like researching the problem and hiring people to find out how to solve the problem, etc., etc. So if you come up and you tell them the problem and you already have a solution in mind, you're gonna get hired like this, because they just have to say yes and their problem is gone. And add to this, like, you look good, you talk confidently, you behave like a man, you talk in that certain tone. You're not yelling, you're not talking like this. You stand up, you look them in the eye, and this builds trust. And trust is the biggest factor when it comes to selling. And it's not gonna work for every business, and it's gonna be fucking hard when you're starting out, especially for you guys that are of a younger age, like 14, 15, 16, like it's hard. But you know, if it were easy, everyone would do it, man. Just remember that. All right, so that's the third section done. Do you guys have any questions? And actually, if you guys have questions about selling, you can ask Thomas, because I think he works in sales. So there's no better man to ask questions to than this man. And he's 32 and looks like a Chet, and he's an Adonis, so yeah. So let's see. There's this coffee shop in my town. They barely post on Instagram and would be a place to start, try and market and grow. Yeah, exactly. So you're already identifying the problems. Now come up with the solutions and, you know, act on it. Do we need contracts for clients? That depends, but usually yes. But I can't give you advice on that because it goes from it varies from country to country. How do I make ads for them? This is why you need to watch the videos. Watch the 4 videos. You're gonna learn how to actually provide that service. Is this lecture gonna be recorded? Yeah, I'm recording it. What are some good niches to start out with? That really depends on the region. But as I said, start with local businesses and don't move into e-commerce just yet. Can you make an editing agency? Yeah, it works the same way. What if you are in a third world country? So what? Third world country don't have businesses? Like it works the same way, I believe. Like I'm not from a third world country, so I can't tell you, but I believe like they also have businesses. So do we have to hire 3 to 5 freelancers to start SMMA? Nah, you need to hire maximum 1 to do the copywriting. The rest you should learn by yourself. How about the takeaway food place? It doesn't matter the type of the business. If they have a problem and you can solve it, you're gonna get paid. What if I outsource the ad creation instead of the bits? Now, I already explained this before, but I'm gonna explain it again. Never outsource the ad job to someone else, because as I said, like the clients, they're gonna ask who that, because you have to connect them to the business manager, and they're gonna ask who that is, and you have to explain that you're not actually doing the work, you're outsourcing. So it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. So outsource the copywriting and, you know, do the ads yourself. How about if the business is good, but the place they're placed in is trash? Can you improve that? Yeah, you can improve that by, like, if you do business ads, and there's actually a type of campaign that is called reach. So it basically reaches to as many people as possible. So it solves a problem because they're hidden or they're in a shitty region. If you do a reach campaign, and you know more people are gonna know about the business. But remember, I'm just talking about ads agency. There's like website agencies and etc. This is just like a general advice. Nah, never go for McDonald's. Like big franchise businesses, never go for that. Like pick local one-shop businesses. What about search engine optimization? Yeah, that's important too. I didn't mention it. I probably should. You're probably right. But yeah, that's also important. But as I said, I can't be explaining, like, if I explain everything here, I'll be here like for 5 hours. So I give you the basics of the basics, but you have to go out there and research it for yourself. Do I have to be legal? Yes. Could I DM you later? Yeah, like if you guys have any questions after the lecture, you can DM me. Like as long as it's not a dick pic, you're gonna be fine. Like I'm a respectful man. If you're respectful to me, I'm gonna be respectful to you. Don't go around sending me dick pics now. Do you need to register your agency? Yeah. Like it's a business. But as I told you, I can't give you advice on that because it depends from country to country. When do you expect this lecture to finish? Should be finished in like 20 minutes. I have one more section, then I'm gonna answer some more questions, and then yeah. Yeah, I have one more section, the pricing, because that's important. Like now you know how to do your service, you know how to get clients. I think it's important for you to know how much money you're gonna make. Like, isn't that the most important thing? And this is the last section, the pricing. So let's just start with the pricing. So there's a ton of ways to price your services, but because you're beginners, you need to focus on one. And I'm gonna explain to you two, because when you get more advanced, you're gonna be using the second one more than the first one. But now, when you're starting out, just use the first method, the first that I'm gonna explain to you guys, and don't use the second one when you're beginning. So the first method you can use is just a flat fee per month. Like, you negotiate a deal with the CEO, and they pay you X amount per month, like a flat fee amount. It doesn't depend how much you sell to them, how much reach you do to them. You just get that amount of money every month. And I recommend you guys use Stripe for this. Like, Stripe is gonna be your best friend when you're starting out. If you don't know about Stripe, I recommend you learn it. It's like PayPal, but way better for businesses. Now, a flat fee amount per month, it varies from region to region. I don't know where you are. So I can't really tell you, charge this or charge that. I know in my country, I live in Luxembourg. So I know when I started out, my first clients, I charged $500 per month to do the ads for them. And you might be thinking to yourself, $500? That's so much. Who's gonna pay for that? You need to realize the businesses you want to work with, $500, it's nothing. It's like breakfast money for them. So if you can, they can pay you $500 and you do a good service for them, they're gonna pay you that. So this is what I recommend. If you're just starting out, do a flat fee amount, and always do that. And if they don't want to do $500, do $300 or do $200. It's more important to get testimonials in the beginning than to get money. So remember that. You're always you want clients. Don't focus too much on the money when you're starting out. So the second method, and wait, you charge $500? Yeah, I charged $500 for my first few clients. So the second method I want to explain to you guys, which is more advanced, and you should forget this if you're just now beginning, but as you get more advanced, you're going to use this way more, and it's a percentage of sales. And this applies when you're doing e-commerce. So let's say you're doing ads for an e-commerce brand, just a store on Shopify, for example, and you do the ads for them, and they pay you a percentage of all the sales you've done for them through your ads. And this is the way you get paid huge amounts. But yeah, in the beginning you shouldn't focus too much on this. And many clients are going to say no to this. Some of them will accept, but most of them want to do, if they're a Shopify store, and I need you guys to pay attention to this. If they are a Shopify store, they're probably already doing ads. And they probably, let's just say they spend $1,000 on ads, and usually they get $1,500 back. So you're gonna work for them, and you say, I'm gonna get a big percentage of the sales after the $1,500 that you usually get. So you get paid a big portion after the usually amount that they get already. So this builds trust, because you need to do a good service for the ads to perform well, for them to get more results, and it builds trust, because it builds trust, because you're risking something and they are risking something. So yeah, this is my general advice for pricing. Now, some other advice I want to give you guys, and one of them I already mentioned it, is you never pay for ads. if you're working for a client, you never pay from your own money for their ads. Like you get, let's just say you're charging $500, you get your $500 and they pay for the ads also. You never ever pay with your own credit card, because you don't want to, it's a very simple reason, you don't want to mix your credit card with another business's credit card. So you're going to learn how that works. It's basically, they're going to create an ad account and add their credit card to it, and you're going to get access to that ad account. So you're going to work with their account. You're going to learn all of this if you watch the videos. But this is how you work. You never ever use your card for the client's ads. Will they not suspect if they are getting scammed? They're not getting scammed. This is how it works, because it's safe for them. Because you like, if they gave you their credit card, you're gonna know the numbers. So it's way safer for them to set up their credit card with the ad account and then give the ad account to you, because you're not gonna see the numbers of the credit card, and it's just gonna be way safer. So this is the standard practice. Everyone does this. So it's not scamming at all. I hope you guys understood. Do you guys have any questions about pricing? Oh yeah, another piece of advice I want to give it to you guys. Learn to say no. And learn to be firm. Because like, I'm just going to tell you, when you start dealing with CEOs, they're usually like confident men, and they're going to drag you around if you let them. Like, you're going to end up getting more work and getting paid less, because they're going to just push you around if you're not firm with your price and you're not confident enough. So you need to be confident, and you need to learn to say no. Like, no, I won't do this. No, don't be afraid to say no. It builds respect, and respect is important. So yeah, this is the tips I have for you guys. So for I've had your coffee. It's great. I'd like to help grow your business. Nah, that's not like a good compliment. Like, I like your coffee, fine, but you need to find something more unique about them. Like, they can just think that you're sending these ads to 1,000 coffee shops. Have you done this inside of Benelux? I've only done it locally. What sort of percentage rate are you talking? It really depends on like the deal you do with the clients. I can't tell you a specific amount. And it also depends on the region. How do you take care of taxes? You need to inform yourself with your government how that works. Like, it's specific for every country, so I'm not going to give you advice on that. What questions should I ask at the meeting? You should ask questions leaning more towards the problem they have and why they are not solving it. So you want to show it to them slowly that they should be taking care of this problem and you are the solution. So yeah, these are basically all my sections then. Now, do you guys have any? I can do like 15 minutes of questions if you guys want to, or 10 minutes. So if you guys have any questions at all, you can just ask it now. And then I'm gonna end the lecture. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys have the tools now to actually get started and, not use excuses like, man, I don't know what to do, I don't know what type of emails to send. I hope you guys have all the tools you need to get started. And I apologize for my English. It's like my 5th language, so then I missed this lecture. Don't worry, it's recorded. How long will it take to get my first client? It depends. Like, it can be 1 day, it can be 2 weeks, it can be 2 months. I watched the videos, Sinbad. Like, I researched it and I learned. Can I have a call with you? Man, I've been quite busy with some side projects when it comes to coding, but when I have the time, we can for sure do that. Is it possible for me to start at 14? It is possible. as I told you, they're not gonna take you seriously. You code backend or frontend? I'm learning both. I'm learning full stack right now. I'm learning React. Really good. And my favorite advice from this lecture is look at the random object and think how you sell is a great advice. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Like, you need to, if you really want to do this, you need to think about it a lot, and you need to get in that mentality, as I told you. It's important. Because if you're already in that mentality and you're using your brain for it, when it actually comes to the client, you're going to have very good ideas. Where can I find the recording? I don't know. I need to look with Agro how we do this, if I post it to YouTube. But it's recorded. In order to advertise, you have to set up some sort of business online. Yeah, so at some point you're gonna have to work on your own ads and your own website and your own online presence. This is just like I just covered the basics of the basics to get your first client. What is your YouTube channel? I don't have a YouTube channel actually. What's your monthly retainer right now? Look, I'm not gonna tell you just because I don't want to influence people here, because we are not all from the same country and same region. So if I tell you this, they're just gonna use that price in other regions and it's not gonna work for them. So you need to figure it out for yourself. What to include in an invoice or a contract? You can look up online how to do contracts, and there's tons of templates you can use. I appreciate Silvia. Time is very valuable to us. I'm off on my way. Yeah, man, go ahead. I'm just answering some questions and then I'm gonna end it also. Yeah, coding is a nice skill. And I work in IT, so I want to get into software development. So yeah, this is why I'm working on it. I think starting with a site is good for SMMA. What do you mean by site? The website? While on call to gain trust, you sign some contract, right? Nah, you don't. You only sign when you close the client. When in your sales call, you just wanna build trust with the client and tell them why they need you. How much outreach do you do per day? It depends on the day, to be honest. Do you have to be a certain age to make a contract? Yes, but it also depends on the country. Do you have a mentor? Marcus Aurelius is my mentor. What online presence do you need? Like, you need all of it, because you're gonna be an ad agency, so if your own online presence is shit, like, clients are not gonna take you serious. What's the average rules for your clients? I can't tell you that. How do you use Stoic practices while operating your SMMA? That's actually a good question. And Stoicism is it's very good for business, because you'll actually learn how to let go, and especially like accepting your mistakes. So yeah, I do that, and I journal a lot about what I could do better and how can I improve. So yeah. How do you guarantee you don't? How long ago did you start this? 6 months. And I currently have 3 clients, but I worked with more just because I want to get into software development now, so I can't focus too much on the clients. What would you learn about Stoicism? My first step was to read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. How do you go about doing ads? Do you post once and leave it? That's actually a good question, and I think I answered it in the third section. But no, you create the ads and then you maintain them, you optimize them. So you create the ads and you let them run, for example, a day, and then you check the statistics and you start to optimize it. But you learn this if you watch the videos. What's your YouTube? I don't have a YouTube channel. How to improve credibility on Instagram? Make your page look professional and clean. Do you make more than one ad per month? Yeah. How long did it take you for you to sign the first client? So it took me about 1 month. And it was a barber shop. And I went for a haircut there, and I saw their IG page was shit. So I sold the guy who was cutting my hair on it, and I signed my first client. What if your client has no material to advertise? Yeah, that's actually a good question, because many businesses don't, but you're not responsible for that. Like, your job is to create ads. So they can either pay you for you to outsource this work, or they can arrange to do that themselves, and then you use that for creating the ads. Like, you can't do everything at the same time. You're an ads agency, you don't do content. If you were a content agency, you would be a content agency. How much effort did you put into this SMMA? Like, a lot, to be honest. It's hard in the beginning. Like, I always told myself, it's a simple progress, it's a simple process, but a hard process. Like, it's simple because all you need to do is outreach, but it's very hard. When talking about price, should you in the beginning need to do some work for free? This really depends on the business, but you can do that. But I wouldn't recommend do more than like a week. You said this be recording, right? Where can I find it? I don't know. I have to talk with Agro about where to post this. All right, boys. But I really need to go now. I'm sorry I can't answer more questions, but you can shoot me a DM, and whenever I find the time, I'll try to answer it. And as I told you, you can DM me any questions you want, as long as it's not a dick pic or some stupid shit, and you're respectful. I'm gonna respect you back, and I'm gonna give you some advice. So don't be shy. Just DM me your questions. I love you, Silva. I love you too, man. I love you too, Syntax. Oh, I love the new profile picture, by the way. All right, boys. So I'm gonna look with the mods about how to post this and where to post this, and I'm gonna do a post in the lecture details after, so you guys can rewatch it. So I hope you had I gave you some good advice. I hope you use the template I gave you, and I hope you find yourself some clients. It would be an honor if you guys will get your first client with my advice. So if you get some results and you get some answers back, please DM me with the proof, and I'm gonna be happy. You said you're gonna slide notes. Yeah, I'm gonna post right after the lecture ends. I'm gonna post them in lecture details. All right, boys, but I really need to go now. I still need to do some coding, so yeah. I'll see you boys around. Thank you very much for being here. And, keep grinding. And I hope to see some results from you guys. You guys have all the tools now, so I want to see some results. And let's go. All right, boys, have a nice one.